So I've got a history. Where there's a way to screw something up, I'll figure it out.
Oh, shit!
But I make it a point to try to be honest about it. I try to show all of my screw-ups. That was until the trolling motor fire snowballed far beyond anything I ever expected. And after a while, I realized the first mistake wasn't even the fire. It was made 530 some odd miles away back in February on Lake Murray. That's where the whole mess really started. About mid-morning, day one of the season opener for the Team Kayak series on Lake Murray, my partner and I were making about a 1.5 mile run across the lake when suddenly...
What?
Wondering if you didn't burn up a ground wire.
I'm gonna paddle back to the shore right there and then make my way back up there. We still got time for you to go catch 3 more fish and then figure my shit out before tomorrow.
All right, call me and let me know.
Okay.
Pulled up in some stranger's backyard, started troubleshooting this thing. And I thought that the only mistake that I had made was using this cheap non-marine grade wire to connect my batteries to the trolling motor plug. Kind of melted some of the top of one of my batteries. I knew that I needed a breaker installed, and I just thought I'll get to that later. Fast forward to May. I've been plowing through waves, through all the crazy springtime weather, soaking the front of my boat. That corrosion just getting worse and worse and worse. After the Kentucky Lake tournament for the team series, I decided to go back out where I lost a giant.
Oh my God, 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 oh my God.
Not 10 minutes into that trip, decided to make the best of it though. Waiting on parts to make my repairs. Figure go old school. Get a paddle, the right paddle. Ordered the longest paddle that NuCanoe had. Stripped my kayak down. Took the live scope off, and bam! Had a temporary but still pretty good paddling setup, I thought. Decided to make a video about it. I like to do my walkthrough videos actually out on the water, and towards the end of filming that video, light bulb went off. I have an idea. Took this clip right here, tried to clip it onto my paddle to see if I could get a shot of paddling with the camera on the paddle. As soon as I let go of that thing, relatively new GoPro Hero 13, sitting at the bottom of the Harpeth River if anybody wants to go try and get it. Making a stupid ass mistake like that leaves you with a butt hurt that just does not go away. Now, fast forward again, June, we're on YakAttack fishing the team series. Got my motor put back together. Towards the end of day one, caught a decent 15 or so inch fish, and sure as shit, frustrated with that. I was a little distracted. Time was winding down. There was some boat wake coming my way. No big deal. Just turn the nose into it, plow through it. Done it a million times. I wasn't paying attention. Missed my whole paddle and landing net just fall right the f off the side of the boat. Realized it about 30 minutes later when I got to a different spot, caught a fish, went to grab my landing net. The landing net was missing. Now, it's August, and I finally hit a breaking point where I had to admit that the fire back in May, yeah, my motor did not survive that fire unscathed like I thought. For those few months in between, I had been fighting on and off with that motor to keep it running, because every time I would go up to full speed, something in there would trip, something I'm assuming is damaged from that fire or was shorted out, something like that. And so the best I could get it to stay consistently running was turning it up to about 90% full speed, which I could have lived with that. It still wasn't bad speed. But the more trouble I had with this, I was afraid that the damn thing was just going to burst into flames again. Pulled the trigger, and that's why I have the Lowrance Recon trolling motor on the front now. And I think at the end of it all, the lesson learned is that you reach a point where you have to stop trying to do the patch job and do it right. So now plugs are replaced, as waterproof as humanly possible, new motor, and installed a breaker that probably would have prevented all of this, or at least not let it escalate to what it did and not go down the road that I went down. So now I double check things, a lot more careful with my gear. Drop a comment. Let me know if you've ever experienced an unfortunate series of mistakes on par with that, or even worse. I'd love to hear somebody else have a worse time of this. And as always, thanks for watching.